But right now, what we're seeing is our companies giving donations or sponsoring protests, giving Instagram statements or official statements, advertisements, right, in support. And none of these things are bad, right? Like, it's all in support. It's good. Awareness is great. But does that read as sustainable to you?
No. There's no other way of answering that. And so to people who have joined us who may feel like, okay, so what else are we supposed to do? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit here and say to you, no, you don't do that. It's a start, right? Yeah. Part of the issues of inequities and part of the issues that we see that are faced in today's society is because there's a lack of funding to support programming, to put into place the types of things that we need in order to change and create a shift that allows everyone to feel like they're equally at the table, right? But my question is, I think that what people need to ask first before they give money is, what do you want? What is your goal? Right? So is your goal by giving money to say, I'm helping out Black people and I'm helping out with their struggle? Okay, so let's talk about what is the struggle that you're helping out? Like, what do you think you're helping? Because unless we have that conversation, you'll think giving money to something is how you solve the problem. That's not the issue. What do you see as the injustice? What do you understand as what people of color are saying are the injustices that they are experiencing in this world? So for one, there's a lack of representation in every single industry, whether that is entertainment, if it's the tech industry, if it's medical industry, architecture and design, every single industry. Let's say just Blacks in particular make up 13% of the United States, right? So if we make up 13%, but our buying power makes up $1.3 trillion, we have to say that they are a viable source of income because we are consumers, okay? So taking that into consideration, why is it that there's no representation of Black people in those industries? So if I look at entertainment, why is it that we don't have more directors? Why don't we have more directors of photography or gaffers or people, the producers, the EPs? Why don't we have enough of them seated in those positions? So if you are someone in the entertainment industry and you have the capacity to go into boardrooms and have conversations, my question to you is, how are you asking everyone else? How are we increasing the numbers of people of color that's coming to work for us? Prepare people for the entertainment industries. How are you creating internships that specifically targets this group? Those are some of the questions that need to be asked. Now, when you're providing the funding, are you providing the funding that's going to help that young person get a scholarship to go to college? Are you providing funding that's going to help them with stipends towards internships? Are you providing funding that's going to provide for professional development for various groups that's going to make them have the skills that they need to excel? So when we're talking about the funding, you also need to ask, where are you putting your money? Because oftentimes people put their money in United Way, NAACP, all of the names that everyone knows.
Yeah.
But what about the grassroots organizations? What about the schools that exist? What about the community-based organizations that are doing hands-on work with young people to keep them off the streets, to provide them with opportunities? And then how are you just showing up? No one's asking you to donate 100 hours of your time, but are you taking 1 hour to go visit a community, to talk to children? Those are the things that we need to talk about.